this conversation to another time when we didn't have a lot of calls coming in.
Highlights of chronic conditions like diabetes and asthma.
Because it messes up the flow of the show.
Mm-hmm.
I should have kept the flow
Social distancing.
on the callers that was calling for cabinets. If I knew you was gonna have them calling like that.
I'm William Clarence Marshall, actor, narrator, singer, and voiceover artist. You're listening to the art.
Lord have mercy. Country music at its finest. Lord have mercy. I apologize for we have thousands of callers. A lot of them have waited. We're going to try to get as many of them as possible. We're going to start with no other than the Honorable Councilman Austin. Are you there?
216-578-1490 is the call number. Go ahead.
God bless you. God bless you too, sir. How's it going with you? Everything good?
Everything is mostly good, Mr. McKoy. Thank you very much for asking.
Yes, sir. You know, you are a regular on the show, and I haven't had an update. You are a leading council person in East Cleveland, businessman all over the world, and I just needed an update from you. People are asking me, when is Councilman Austin going to come on and give his update? So I just want to give you the privilege of giving your update right now on any matters or whatever you want to talk about.
Well, Mr. McKoy, thank you very much for the opportunity. I just want to share with the listeners that the city of East Cleveland is on the rise. We have a new interim mayor, Mayor Sandra Morgan. She is doing a very good job. She is sharing some new initiatives, inviting all of the stakeholders to the table. We're having discussions about not only the development in East Cleveland. I'm going to tell you a good news story really quick.
Mm-hmm.
The county executive came to the city of East Cleveland on last week as a part of the showcasing of the Martin Luther King Civic Center. He talked about gun violence and how to stop the violence and reduce some of these, things that cause the violence in our community. And along with that discussion, he opened up an office to, prevent gun violence and prevent violence in all throughout Cuyahoga County. I'm not going to say just for East Cleveland. But in that discussion, the mayor was talking about she wanted to do 10 houses to rehab 10 properties in the city of East Cleveland. And the county executive came on the line and said, no, let's do 100 in the city of East Cleveland. And I thought that was a gesture of, commitment to the residents of East Cleveland, saying Cuyahoga County understands, and that they actually want to help us move our city forward in a way that, help us look over our shoulder and say, no stopping us now. Because with the development going on in Ward 2, it's promised from the start of the city coming from University Circle all the way up to Farmington to this point, replacing water lines, replacing sewer lines, installing infield building, giving folks an opportunity that never had home ownership, an opportunity to start the process of learning of what home ownership could be, getting some assistance from financial assistance from a bank that's coming to University Circle, set up with the goal of providing financial training, helping, clear up some of those things that we often have concern with, and providing the funding so that the homes that are built may be purchased by those that are willing to go through a process to get a exceptional benefit of this discounted rate, some funding for your new homeowners opportunity, and picking the floor plans that work best for you. We got condos coming in, We have some townhomes coming in. We have some individual single homes coming in. I am very, very excited about the outlook and the things that are coming to the city of East Cleveland. I am excited that there is an election coming up. And I want those that feel like they're the most qualified to show up and put their names in the hat to become the new legislators and or representatives of the will of the people. And often we forget that this is still a democracy, and the will of the people is why we should be here. And I do support change. I support the development. I support us having an economic development director that has a everyday task of finding the grant funding that we need. I support making sure that we have a finance director, not an interim finance director, but an actual finance director that can provide us the financial updates that we require. I'm looking forward to this next week discussing the 5-year forecast and our recovery plan that will get us out of fiscal emergency. And again, we didn't get into this situation overnight. This is a 5-year plan to gradually reduce our debt and start moving our city in a way that would make us all very happy, all very proud to be citizens and residents of East Cleveland. Those that have been there, grew up there, attended the school system there, and left to go out and see the rest of the world, we welcome you back. We want you back. Please come back. Now you have gotten those skills, talents, and those blessings. Bring those things back to what you consider home. Those things to grow in a way that is together, focused, driven, determined, economically beneficial, I should say, phenomenally prosperous, blessed, help the children grow, bring the children back. Because we need to hear that laughter, the pity patter of the feet, running up and down the streets that we hope one day will be not just paved in gold, but paved the way it should be paved. And I want our seniors to take advantage of the Silver Sneaker program that is available to them at the Martin Luther King Civic Center. This recently renovated facility has absolutely something for everybody. They're going to serve after-school snacks. Now, once the summer finally hit, they're going to have lunch for the children coming to the Civic Center. And as you know, there is a full staff there, and I haven't seen a fully staffed in years. So I am so happy. There's so many things that we can discuss, but Mr. McKoy, I'd like to hear a little bit more. And I want to say one more thing. The mayor asked the county exec to drive down Euclid Avenue and enjoy the ride. She asked him that so he can actually see what it takes to move from University Circle through the city of East Cleveland and how difficult it is to go around the potholes and the barrels and the such and other. And what he said is that we're going to look for some money. We're going to find a way to fix it. So as we start inviting the right folks to our city to help us, I'm looking forward to those solutions. Thank you, Mr. McKoy. All right,
Mr. Austin, I appreciate you. I want we'll finish this update. We're going to do an update every 2 weeks, so not next week, but the following week I want to finish with that update. But one thing I want to say to you before you go, me and you discussed this, and I told you, I said, look, I have a business in East Cleveland, been in East Cleveland for over 40 years, and I said that I'm losing a quarter or maybe half of my business because of these darn red light, speed light cameras. And man, every time I look at one, it would wink and give me a ticket. And it is my understanding, Mr. Austin, through our conversation and others, that the speed light, red light camera there at Shaw is gone now. Don't make me start shouting.
Don't start shouting. Let me share something with you. Gone.
Lord,
no more.
No more. Oh my goodness, what a blessing, man, because I was losing, listen, I have a lot of customers, all of my customers are not from East Cleveland, they're from all over, but once they come through and they don't mind, they'll dodge the pothole, but once they get that $150 ticket, they ain't coming back, and Lord have mercy, now I can bring them back.
Bring them back, Mr. McKoy. Bring them back.
Lord have mercy. Thank you so much. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Councilman.
Hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute.
Councilman, if I might ask, why was the traffic camera taken down?
I would tell you that there is a formula that the state of Ohio uses to release the government funds to to each municipality. And what the state of Ohio says is for every dollar you take in camera revenue, we're going to take $1 of your government revenue. And the government revenue goes to the general fund. The camera ticket dollars only go to safe routes to school, respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
So we have $3 million worth of safe route to school funding that was not being executed. And right now we're going to execute those dollars for good reason. But that is why the camera tickets, the camera revenue was not as beneficial as having a general fund dollar that we can put into not just the road, but we can put into the programming that we need to enhance the quality of life for our residents.
Now, for those of us who previously had tickets at this light that was this camera that was taken down, what are you suggesting that those people do?
That they call I can't remember the ticket lady's phone number, but I will give you 216-681-2169 and talk to Miss Maxine, and she will get a list of those tickets and don't forget.
Give it to me one more time. You said 216 what?
216-681-2169.
681.
Miss Maxine will be the, manager of those, and it's imperative that if you got a ticket from January 2025 to current, it's 100% taken care of. And the other ones are subject to some adjudication. So yes, get on it right now and get those tickets taken care of. So that's a starting point. And I'll stand on what I said. Yes, those tickets will be taken care of, especially from January 25 to current. So the other older tickets, don't just leave them in the drawer no more. Bring those things out and let's have somebody adjudicate them so that they will be, reconciling to your benefit.
DJ Talking John, bring up that shouting music. Billy Sharp will get caught up in a minute. I called a lady. She told me, just like the councilman told me, say, ain't no more speed light cameras on Shaw Avenue giving me all them darn $150 tickets. Lord have mercy. If you lease your car, you understand, they send them to the leasing company, and the leasing company cost you all this money. I was losing all my customers because once they come through and they get one of them $150 tickets, they weren't coming back. They cost me so money. They was costing the people so money. They even called Billy Sharp so money. I want to shout about the tickets being gone. Come on, hear me. Huh. Ticket. Shout. Can I turn it up? Can I turn it up?
No, you cannot. No,
Can I turn it up? Turn it up.
Okay.
Turn it up.
All right.
Huh?
But you,
No, come on, man. You messing up my groove.
No,
I'm
sir.
tired of these tickets. Turn it higher.
This is what I'm saying. He clearly said that you need this in order
Come
to
on,
get
Billy
this
Sharp. You know how to mess up a party. Come on.
Okay.
Shout.
Jesus Christ.
Turn it up, DJ. Shout.
Okay. All right.
Shout.
Talking John, don't indulge him because no.
Shout.
Sir, you need this.
Shout. I want you to know, East Cleveland, all my customers, you can come down shouting now. And that ticket, and you don't get no $150 ticket. You ain't got to dodge a pothole and get a $150 ticket. Lord have mercy. I know Billy Sharp want to spoil this party, but all of you all that got them tickets, wave them up in the air like you really do care. You got the number. Call it. Ain't no more speed light, red light, camera tickets. I ain't got to worry about no more Dominicans in my bill. Oh, come on.
Bring the music down. Bring the music down.
Man, don't do it, man. He like to spoil the party.
Bring the music down.
Huh? Take it off, man. Take it off, because he gonna spoil the party. Go ahead. See, he always got some stipulations.
The rules and regulations.
Now call the lady, man.
The councilman just said,
See what I mean?
leave the tickets in the drawer or throw them away. You need them to get them adjudicated.
Did you get a number right there?
But you won't have the information. You just throw the ticket up.
Billy Sharp.
Billy Sharp. You gotta follow rules and regulations.
Billy Sharp.
God.
You got the number.
Yes.
Tell the listeners the number they call. I'm not worried about this, Billy Sharp. I don't give a damn about that. If they call the number, I'm happy, man. I talked to the lady. The ticket is over.
Okay, and you gave her the number?
Okay, brother, let's give the people the number. What's the argument about? I'm happy.
Please,
like
everybody else who's listening, do not do like Art and tear your tickets up. Get them adjudicated and taken care of first, because you want to get that off the book. All right, Councilman. Thank you again for that report. You really got him.
No, who did they call, Billy Sharp? They don't call the councilman.
No, he gave that information already. 216-681-2169.
Okay, good. The people want to know, man.
Any tickets he's saying from January to now are take good. But if you have previous, you want to get with this young lady and get those taken care of and get them off the books. Do not do like art and
Woo! Come on.
All right. Can I get the weekend headline news in before we go to this next call? Okay. Weekend headline news. This is your weekend headline news. Weekend headline news is sponsored by Billy Sharp Omni Media, who is putting on the Boss Moves How to Become an Entrepreneur 101. It'll be held at the East Cleveland Library Saturday, July 12th. Doors open at 10:30. For more information, you can email us at billyl.sharp2015@gmail.com. This is your weekend headline news. So we had a couple of big events that happened over the last couple of days. So Charles Bibb Sr. passed away at 90. His memorial service was this past Saturday, May 24th, at the church, at the Baptist Starlight Baptist Church in East Cleveland on Youth Avenue. It was a packed house, standing room only. I got to stop through and give a proclamation on behalf of the county and County Councilwoman Yvonne Conwell to Mrs. Bibb. It was my honor. Again, the room was packed, just dignitaries all over the place. Not even going to name them all, but it was really, really a worthy event. So the Trump administration has said that they're going to put 25% tariffs on Apple, the Apple company, and its iPhone. This is the Trump administration trying to pressure Apple to have their products manufactured in the USA. A judge has stopped the Trump administration from telling Harvard that they cannot accept foreign exchange students. Wow. So a judge put a block on that temporarily until they take that thing to court. The Trump administration is trying to pressure Harvard and tell them what students they can admit, at least. That's what it looks like. All right. The United States Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem fails the test in open testimony when she was asked, what is habeas corpus? She gave the answer that habeas corpus is a right that the president uses in order to deport people. That is completely incorrect. Habeas corpus is the opposite. It gives you the right to due process before you're deported. So how she got that wrong, and she's the Secretary of Homeland Security, who knows? All right. We talked about this earlier. We had a lot of calls coming in. The 97th birthday celebration for Dr. Reverend Cavanish was this Friday, May the 23rd. It started at the one I went to, because I hear now that there were several. The one I went to started at 1:30. It was a great event. It was limited space. Again,
What was it at?
Standing room only. It was in Bracknell.
Okay.
It was great. The mayor of Cleveland was there. Just dignitaries all over the place, standing room only. I was honored to be in that room. It was historic. So let me give Dr. Marcia McKoy a shout out for having me in that room.
Marcia!
As Big Sheriff alluded to, the Cleveland Guardians went down to the Tigers today, 0-5. This is your 6-day forecast. Monday, partly cloudy, sun will be out, partly cloudy, high 61, low 56. Tuesday, cloudy, high 67, low 57. Wednesday, cloudy, rain, high 63, low 59. Wednesday, same thing, cloudy, rain, high 64, low 57. Friday, same thing, cloudy, rain, high 65, low 58. And Saturday, the sun is coming back out, but it's partly cloudy, high 61, low 55. This is your Weekend Headline News. Weekend Headline News is sponsored by Billy Sharp Omni Media, who is hosting Boss Move, How to Be an Entrepreneur 101. It'll be held at the East Cleveland Library Saturday, July 12th. Doors will open at 10:30. For more information, you can email us at billyl.sharp2015@gmail.com or follow us on social media. That is your Weekend Headline News. The phone lines are blowing up.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Billy Sharp, I got a special call on the line.
Go ahead.
But first of all, I understand that suit that you wore at Reverend Cavanaugh's affair stood out over all the other.
It's not true. Not true. Not you.
What did you look like a model?
Not you. You should have seen these shoes that Reverend Cavendish had on. These.
I know them gators.
Oh,
I know. I told him about wearing them gators.
Man.
All right. Okay. All right.
It's not true at all. Reverend Cavendish he arrived in a mink coat that was long as the hallway.
I know Reverend Cavendish. All right. Thank you so much. Hello there. Millions of listeners all over the world. Who's on the line? Hello there.
This is Mayor Khalil Sarin out of the city of Cleveland Heights. How you doing, Mr. McKoy?
I am so glad. I'm so glad to talk to you, sir. Really and truly, I think you are a special person. And the reason I'm calling you, Mayor, is because I understand there's a situation that you're going through now. But what I want to talk to you about, I just want to thank you, sir, Mayor of Cleveland Heights, because when I was going through what I was going through with that Home Depot thing and all of that, when I was down, you made sure that you helped lift me up. You helped lifted my daughter up, and it was just so a blessing. You made me feel special, Mayor Serene, and I just wanted to thank you for that. I never had a chance to talk to you about that. I saw you at the store, at the grocery store. I'm shopping and get some things, and you came up to me and showed me love. And I just felt it in my heart that Mayor Serene of Cleveland Heights, I needed to show you some love. And the same way you showed me, I know you're going through some trials and tribulations right now like I did. But you uplifted me, Mr. Mayor, and I just want to take this time to uplift you and let you know that many of our listeners are from Cleveland Heights and other places. They just want to uplift you too. I don't want to go into anything that's going on. You can say whatever you want, but this is just an uplifting call to a brother that uplifted me. He didn't know me, but uplifted me. And I just want to uplift you, brother, right now, Mayor of Cleveland Heights. Do you want to say anything?
Absolutely, sir. I want to thank you. And I wanted to say that I was really, really happy to see that you're doing all right. I know that was a really difficult situation to have to go through, and you know, I know we all have our trials and our tribulations, and you know, we pray and we work, and that's what I'm doing right now. And hearing this from you is something that keeps my heart light, and I really appreciate you reaching out.
And I just want you to know that this #1 show and my millions of listeners, I have many members and friends in Cleveland Heights, and they show you love also. So all we want you to do is keep your head up and let you know that you're loved, okay? Just like you showed me love, I'm showing you love, and my millions of listeners are showing you love also, okay?
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mayor.
All right, y'all. Have a good one.
216-578-1490 is the caller number. 216-578-1490 is the caller number. Caller, you are live on the air. Go ahead.
This is Marcia McKoy. How are you all?
Dr. Marcia McKoy, how are you?
I am doing wonderful. And I'm going to get a certain individual that's there with you that was invited and didn't attend. I'll leave it at that.
Marcia McKoy, in spite of it all, I got one word to say to you, and that is you're beautiful and you're brilliant, okay?
Okay, thank you for that, darling. But I know you're trying to, you know what he's doing, Billy.
Dr. McKoy.
Meanwhile, I just want to simply give a shout out to those in attendance.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it was a little chilly, but it wasn't chilly enough for Reverend to have that fur coat on and that hat.
Man, come
But
on.
did he walk in and give an entrance?
Did he?
Or did he walk in and give an entrance?
He walked in and gave an entrance.
97 years young.
Woo!
And them
To
shoes.
have in attendance the Honorable Judge George Forbes,
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Otis Moss Joe Jones, Dale Edwards, Reverend Dr. Rebecca Stitt, Hilda Smith. I'm calling their names.
Judge Sheila Turner McCall.
Right, Pastor Sylvia Reed, Chris Romaine, the county exec gave put a day in Cuyahoga County as the Reverend Dr. Bishop E.C. Happiness Day in Cuyahoga County.
Councilman Palencia.
Yes.
Man.
Vice President Andrew Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Jay the Gospel Kid. I tell you, Chairman Dave Brock.
Mm-hmm.
None other. Can you believe it?
Pastor Grady Stevens.
DeMora.
Jimmy DeMora was in the house.
I'm telling you, Pastor Vincent Stokes, Lillian Moore, they came far and near.
Yes.
The Lord, Dr. Leonard King, I tell you.
I couldn't do nothing but stand and hold up the wall. I was just in awe. It was a historic moment. Just really proud to be in the room again. Thank you, Dr. McKoy, for inviting me. It was really just to see the history in that room. And that's in that room, the history that was in that room stretches across the country, certainly the state of Ohio, and certainly Cleveland, Ohio, and far beyond.
We had we had the housing court judge candidate, Cheryl Shire. She worked with Bianca.
Bianca,
And
wow.
she's now a candidate
for housing
for
court.
office.
Yeah.
But when Billy walked in, I wanted to let Billy know it wasn't his event.
What?
He was shy.
I told. See. He
I don't
wanted.
know where y'all getting this from. I tried to stay out of the way.
Yes.
I was telling Grady. Grady said, "Well, go on and get up there, and you're supposed to be in." I said, "I'm not supposed to be in that picture. That's historic picture."
Tell him don't overtalk us.
Yeah, he tries to do that all the time. Go ahead, Marcel.
Okay, but when Billy walked in the room, you know the heads turned because we had to remember it was Reverend Cabinet's birthday he was celebrating at 97 years old.
Thank you, ma'am. Go ahead.
Billy walked in. I guess he's the future.
Yes.
Reverend Dr.
Yeah.
D.P. Cabinet.
Make it plain.
Okay. And Dale Edwards, they gave him Tina. As he walked in, Tina Farmer was like our Madonna here to the president.
Right.
She sang a rendition out to Reverend Cabinet, and he was almost in tears.
Yeah. I caught that. I was behind him. Yeah.
I didn't hear you, Doc.
I was behind Reverend Cabinet as she was singing and he was coming in. I was right behind him. She really blew that thing away.
Absolutely. And then Jay the Gospel Kid, he sang, and Emanuela Groves walked in. I tell you, it was a day to remember and recognize this honorable, gentle giant for the work that he has done for the least of us. And you already know Art.
Yes, ma'am.
His work and his worth. So to do the space was limited, but the capacity and the shout outs that the individuals shared with him was so emotional and so moving, and I wish we could have. We need to do something where young people can just embrace his intelligence.
Yes, ma'am.
And the things that he has gone through for us, and some of the sacrifices he has made to give back to those who you would never expect to be in his company, because some people think because you're in a position, they're untouchable. You can't shake their hand. Don't nobody wants you near them. But Reverend Cabinet embraced those that are considered the least and are left out.
Lord have mercy. Thank you so much, Marcia. You never fail to amaze me with your beauty and your brilliance, and I appreciate you. I'm a field man, so I can't make all those high places that you all make. But when Reverend cabinets come to the field, that's where I'm better at. So I love you, Amacio. For all you do. You're brilliant. And listen, Billy Sharp told me that you were pretty well dressed up yourself.
But let me say this one thing. The next day we have to go to Charles B. Senior's memorial.
Yeah.
I cannot commend you for having the Black Man's Army vehicle outside of that memorial service to bring that there in that most propitious, as they say, venue and have it playing outside. Just brought back the memories of the life and the history and the legacy of Charles Bibb. For you to do that was incredible. For God to give you alive to do something of that nature on that particular day, which was yesterday.
Yep.
Not on. Go ahead. I'm sorry, David.
No. I'm just agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. Go ahead.
And to think that there would have possibly not been a memorial service, but the cars that flooded that parking lot, he basically, the show of people that came on his behalf, because he's touched the lives of so many as well. The parking lot, the streets, to have all of those vehicles under one venue in memory of Charles E. Bibb Sr. was well worth what happened on yesterday.
Amen and hallelujah, my dear. I really appreciate you. I know how to get you off the air because we got to move on. How's your daughter?
You sure do know.
Your beautiful daughter. Okay. I love you, Marcel. You know that, okay?
But wait, I got to say this one thing. So after we left from there, we went and had dinner.
Oh, my goodness.
Carnegie, because of the Carnegie, the
Round table. Yeah.
We had to do something of that nature in his honor as well.
Wow.
All right, don't get me off the phone talking about my baby.
I love you. All right. Bye-bye.
Love you all. Bye-bye.
Yeah, just I was saying the same thing about Charlie Bibbs' memorial. I had an event scheduled at the exact same time that his memorial started at 11 o'clock. But I said, in spirit of Charlie Bibb, what would he want me to do? He would want me to go and continue to do that community work. So that's what I did. So I went over to the Harvard Square Center a Happy Day Festival. It was great. People stopped by. It was really, really good. But I said to honor Charlie Bibb, I was going to make that a day of service, and that's what I did. So I want to shout out to Harvard Square Center and Lester DeVries and the family over there for having me over there.
All right, we're going to go fast talk. I know I missed a lot of callers. We're going to go fast talk. If anybody want to call in, I'm going to definitely get you in. I'm going to soften the show up, even though it's a hard show. I'll bring it back next week because one of my main topics this week was. We're going to take a break. Let me intro this. Let me introduce. Cut that down 1 minute. We're going to talk about, and I don't really have time enough to talk about it, but we're going to talk about racism. Is racism live and well in the United States of America? We're going to deal with this issue of this woman that called a black child a slur, then raised $700,000 for her. Lord have mercy. We want to give honor to the Jewish community that lost several of their members in Washington, D.C. Lord have mercy. Woman called black child, 5-year-old child, a slur, N-word, say you're no good. And then the people raised $700,000 for her. Woo! We'll be right back. Now, if we get calls, I'll pass up on this to next week.
Okay, we got one already.
Okay, well, I'll pass up on this.
Okay.
I'll bring this back next week. Because That's beautiful.
Do we know how long is the break?
I can find out. It's probably about 3-4 minutes though. Hey, how long is the break? Talking, John. Yes, y'all want to know. We got a tank.
Cure. And when it comes to your car, you can get it done at All Star Muffler and Brakes. That's right, All Star Muffler and Brakes at 3596 Lee Road in Shaker Heights. You can ask for Mike because you know what? All Star Muffler and Brakes at 3596 Lee Road in Shaker Heights. They're certified in every detail of auto repair and service. They've been in business for 17 years and it's a family-owned company. All Star Muffler and Brakes. They're having a special right now. All you ladies, come and get your car worked on. 15% off. Man, you could still get that 10% off if you mentioned you heard it on the Art McKoy University radio show. All-Star Muffler and Brakes keeps your car running so you can get where you need to go. All-Star Muffler and Brakes at 3596 Lee Road, and you can give them a call, 216-991-1125. Ask for Mike.
Tea and Honey with Dr. Gwen Jarvis. I was born, raised, and educated locally. Weekly to bring tea leaves of my own experience, talents, and training as bold and boundless as a butterfly to enlighten, inspire, and uplift our community and beyond. With stems on education, health, community, civic, spiritual, and the joys of life. Thursday,
3 minutes. It should be 2
5
minutes now.
p.m.,
What'd you say?
WERW 1490 AM. Join me for tea.
Do you have a business or event you would like to promote? Hi, I'm Billy Sharp, co-host of the Art McKoy radio show on WERW 1490. If you want to promote your business or event, advertise with us on the Art McKoy radio show. You can take advantage of
if I have to bypass this hard stuff, I will.
now and take advantage of our ad
Let's see what
specials
we got
that
2
have
calls.
going on. For a complete menu of our advertising options, please email us at billyl.sharp2015@gmail.com. That's billyl.sharp2015@gmail.com. Make your business or event a success. Advertise with us.
So I'll probably.
I'm William
I'll save this
McKoy,
hard stuff for next week.
actor, narrator, singer, and voiceover artist. You're listening to the Art McKoy University radio show. The University.
Lord have mercy. I salute you. Hallelujah. Thank you, veterans. If you lost anyone, raise your hand up in the air like you really do care and say, oh yeah, I'm going to try to visit you this Memorial Day.
This is Memorial Day weekend.
Lord. Oh, veterans, hallelujah. Stand up and salute. I salute you now.
All right. 216-578-1490 is the caller number. 216-578-1490 is the caller number. Join the conversation. Caller, you are live on the air. Go ahead. Caller, you live on the air. Go ahead.
Hello, Billy Cruz from St. John Baptist Church in New president of the Baptist Ministers School.
Tell them to get off speakerphone.
We had a lady.
Are you on? Hold on. Are you on your speakerphone?
I'm on my cell phone.
Okay, because it's a little feedback. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We had a great celebration of Dr. E.T. Travis and this past Friday. What a great celebration it was for Dr. Travis and all of our men that is so important a mentor and a leader in our community. And we was blessed to be at his 97th birthday. Sister McKoy did a great job at National Action Network. And what a wonderful moment to celebrate all of the history, the things that he has done in the city of Cleveland to help better Cleveland and to better people individually. So we salute him, we praise God for him. What a great man, a great person, great father, great mentor. And we are just proud to be able to be living and pastoring in the same city that Dr. Cabinet is in. And may he have many, many more birthdays, and may he continue to do the work that God has commanded him to do. What a blessing, Dr. E.P. Cabinet.
As I let you go, my million listeners hear you loud and clear. Tell us who you are one more time, please.
Reverend King, pastor of the First Zion Missionary Baptist Church in Cleveland, and the president of the Baptist Ministers Conference of Cleveland and Vicinity, an organization that Dr. Cabinet ran for years as well.
All right, sometime we'll invite you on the show, okay? We appreciate to having you, all right?
Thank you, and thank you for allowing me to express my love and for Dr. Cabinet.
Thank you, sir.
All right, 216-578-1490 is the caller number. 216-578-1490 is the caller number. Caller, you are live on the air. Go ahead.
This is Big Sheriff calling in with a special report as I represent Matty B's Floral Arrangements International from 216-990-6580, all of your Memorial Day needs. As a woman who called a black child a slur, raised backlash, but also thousands of dollars. As a video showing a Minnesota woman at a playground a couple of weeks ago openly admitting to using a racist slur against a black child has garnered millions of views. Maybe equally viral has been a crowdfunding effort that has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars to help the woman now relocate her family. In the video, a man in Rochester, a city roughly 90 miles, 145 kilometers south of Minneapolis, confronts the woman for calling a 5-year-old fundraising page, says she used the word out of frustration because the boy went through her 18-month-old child's diaper bag. The Associated Press has not verified this assertion. I called the kid out for what he was, she wrote, adding that the online videos have caused my family and myself great turmoil. The flurry of monetary contributions has reignited multiple debates from whether racist language and attacks are becoming more permissible to the differences between cancel culture and consequence culture. Many want to see the woman face some sort of comeuppance for using a slur, especially toward a child. Others say despite her words, she does not deserve to be harassed. The NAACP Rochester chapter started its own fundraising campaign for the child's family. The GoFundMe page had raised $300,000.
Can the donors be made public? Ask them when we come back on air. If the donors to that, so we can see how they work.
Civil rights organization.
Listen.
Speaking on behalf of the family of the child.
All right, listen, brother. We're going to bring this subject back next week because I really want to talk about racism live and well in America. It shows both sides of the situation. The lady, she said that I called the kid, 5-year-old now, she called the kids out for what he was, a inada. You understand? And say, if you don't like it, she stuck her 2 fingers up and say, you can take this too. And then on top of that, but her supporters say she had a right to call the 5-year-old and hate. We're going to talk about it next week. I just don't have time enough to cover this subject today. But we're going to talk about,
I just one comment.
Yeah.
Number one, Big Sheriff, if you know, the donors to that GoFundMe for her, are those names made public, or are they private?
So far, I do not know that phase.
Okay. This is the other thing I'll say, and this is big picture, but I don't want to take away from this particular incident. But think about the guy that shot the doctor in the back point blank, and then there was a GoFundMe put together for him for his legal funds. I think it's just not to put a small light on this. I think we're misguided in the country where we're starting to side with things that are completely opposite of the values that we say we uphold. Because you can't have a lady calling a 5-year-old the N-word and then you give her $700,000 to relocate because her family is put through some trouble. That's probably the trouble that she deserves, is if her as the adult on the scene can make the conclusion to call a 5-year-old the N-word. I just think we misguided as a country.
All right,
I agree. And we will take care of this next week. Thank you all.
Listen, it's a deep subject. Millions of listeners, you heard it. We're going to really dig deep into it next week. Racism in America. We was at the struggle of fighting against racism and making it a better country, but it seems like now it's going backwards the other way. Mm-hmm. So it's something we could deal with from all nationalities. I see our prayers go out for Washington, where a couple racism happened to a couple Jewish people in Washington, mm-hmm. and so it's all over. So we do need to talk about this, but always at the forehead of racism is us. So it's something we'll talk about next week.
A lot of national examples to make it stronger.
Yeah, I'll say this, and you're probably not going to like this, but it goes to the head. So you have a president that is saying that we can't take immigrants from certain countries, but now allows a certain faction of white Africans to come into the country claiming political prosecution. So I think people are beginning to take their cues from the leadership. Art, what say you?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. And as we get ready to get off the air, by this time next week, we will be, the trial in East Cleveland will be over with Mayor, suspended Mayor Brother King and Councilman Ernest L. Smith. I will try to make that trial. I don't have any horses in the race. I believe in justice. But I believe I know trickeration too. All right, so I'm too old to be tricked like Billy Sharp and some of the others, and I'm not scared to be in the courtroom to hear the trickeration take place. So be very careful of the trickeration that's happening. As I said before, watching the courtroom, it remind me of the old politics of East Cleveland with Councilman Behoviak and Eric Brewer and Justin. I love them all. But hey, man, how far will you go to fight for a city and land that ain't really yours? And no matter how hard you fight and how much devilish you do, the man has already destined this land, East Cleveland, to be part of the man's land, while you Negroes are fighting and scratching and trying to send people to penitentiary for a land that you will never, never control. And your days are over. The hatefulness of your days are over. And I'm just perturbed to see it playing out in the courthouse. Lord have mercy. Y'all pray for me.
I have a question. If at the end of this, you said it ends this week, if at the end of this, a jury finds them guilty of mishandling funds or steering funds to certain ways, why is that not justice?
I did not say I'm not being judgmental by the jury or anything. I simply said that the trial is a political trial. You understand? Whatever the consequences of guilty or not, You understand? That's the way it is.
You know what? Let me take my earlier statement back, because your contention is a political trial. You know what? I'd have to agree with you, but I'm agreeing with you because of the circumstances, because he's a suspended mayor, because the people who are coming up to testify are in that East Cleveland city government. So I can agree with you to a certain extent. It is a political trial by nature of the content of it.
Absolutely, and I just hate to see. I have no horses in the race. You understand? Whatever happens, happens. But I'm just. That's why That's why I'm there to look at it for myself and form my own true opinion. But whatever happens, happens. You understand? I have no. I cannot change that at all. But I hate to see Ernest L. Smith, a little baby and wife and all, go to prison for. A $6,000 credit card use. I just can't get it. I just can't buy that.
I agree with that. I think I knee-jerk disagreed when you first said it, because I thought that you meant by saying it was a political trial that there was some sort of some untoward about the system of it. But when I think about it, you're right. It is a political trial. I think justice, to your point, needs to play out. Hopefully, if these two are found guilty, that they don't go as far as that or that many years for something, $6,000, whatever. I hope, but that is the sentencing part of it, and we hope that it doesn't weigh too heavy on the family. I think there's an opportunity for people to come and to speak on behalf of the two if they are found guilty. You know, all this is speculation because we haven't come to the end of the trial. There's an opportunity for people to come in and speak on their behalf. All
right, man, and I just encourage everybody, don't take my word for it. Come down to the courtroom if you're not busy and see some stuff for yourself. If you're scared, I understand. I'll be there with you. Listen, on behalf of Lady Red, the great one, Billy Sharp, who stole the show at the event. You all heard Marcia McKoy say that. On behalf of Lady Red, the Sheriff of South Porter, and of course, Art McKoy. We love you. Lord have mercy. It was a tight show. If I offended anybody, I apologize deeply.
Good show.
But I will not apologize for loving on my people. I'll see you next week.
Join us next week for the Art McKoy Country Music and Common Sense Radio Show. I am your co-host, Billy Sharp. See you next week, and have a happy Memorial Day.
Woo! Happy Memorial Day, especially to us veterans. All right, bye-bye. We made it work.
Yeah. Because it was kind of light, I thought, coming into it. I said it was kind of light. When I was thinking about